BMW is the master of filling little niches in its range with new models that you never thought could have existed. And the latest car to plug a gap is the 6 Series GT. But we have been here before because this is a replacement for the 5 Series GT. So apart from the new name, you can think of this car as a more practical and luxurious version of the 5 Series Saloon, complete with a hatchback tailgate and, well, interesting looks. Now inside, you're going to be hard pushed to tell that you're not in a 5 Series because you get the same dashboard, although you're sitting slightly higher. It's all rather nicely laid out with the touchscreen here, which is controlled by this BMW's excellent iDrive rotary controller. And the build quality is very good, even if the design is perhaps a little austere. Cubby-wise, there's absolutely plenty of storage. We've got cup holders in the front so you can stock up on caffeine. In terms of the glove box, it's a little small. I think my crisps are about to get crushed, so not a particularly big glove box there. However, it does make up for it because ta-da! There is quite a lot of additional storage here in the armrest, and it also includes a USB port. Although having said that, disappointingly, it doesn't really pass the Carbuyer big bottle test. You really have to kind of jam your water bottle in there, so I would say that is a fail. The standard equipment is good. All cars get sat-nav, a 20GB hard drive, cruise control, front and rear parking sensors, adaptive LED headlights, power-adjusted heated leather seats, rear air suspension, a rear-view parking camera and a powered boot lid. BMW also throws in online services that cover traffic information and Apple CarPlay. And this M Sport adds 19-inch alloys and a sportier body styling. Now back here, it's safe to say that you're not going to be struggling for room. In the old 5 Series GT, you sat up a bit higher to get a better view out of the window. But in this car, BMW have positioned the car lower, so you actually get quite a lot of headroom. So it's nice and spacious. And if you do want to make this into a bit of a mini limo, well, you can, because there's a long option list, which includes these rather lovely TVs and the heated electric reclining seats, although they don't recline that far, so don't expect to get too comfortable. Although if you do fancy a snooze, you can always put up your window blind. Now, round the boot, you're not going to be disappointed with the space on offer. I think one reason why you'd opt for the 6 GT rather than the 5 Series is this large hatchback tailgate that is powered as standard. Now, as for the boot, it is pretty large. The opening is wider, you've got plenty of storage underneath. The only problem is you've got the sloping roofline, so it makes it slightly less practical. You can fold down the rear seats at 60/40 for even more space, but let's find out if our Carbuyer suitcases are going to fit in the back of this. I mean, I think I know the answer to this already. There's going to be space left over. There we go. Fits like a glove. Brilliant. Choosing which one you want is pretty straightforward. There's a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol badged 630i and a 640i with a 3-litre straight 6 petrol. And there's also one diesel. 4-wheel drive only comes on the 640i and the diesel. So this is the diesel. The 630D uses a 263 brake horsepower 3-litre straight 6. And just like in any other BMW, it's a really lovely engine. Pleasingly hushed and refined, but there's also that 6-cylinder growl when you accelerate. It works perfectly with this standard 8-speed gearbox. It's the only gearbox you can actually have, but it is the most frugal in its range. Now, BMW quote that you should be getting 50 miles to the gallon, but I think in real world, it's going to be more like 40. Now, despite this being called a GT, don't be fooled. This is more of a relaxed Grand Tourer than a sporty hatchback. All cars come with air suspension for the rear, although you can upgrade to full air suspension for £1,700, and we would recommend doing this. This makes the 6 GT a really comfortable long-distance cruiser. That's especially true when you drive the 6 Series GT with any real enthusiasm. On a country road, it's quite unlike the 5 Series. The steering is particularly sharp, the body rolls around quite a lot. But if you ease off, it starts to feel a bit more at home again. So the 6 Series GT is more of a relaxed tourer than a traditional sports saloon with a BMW badge on the nose. And there's no getting away from the fact it feels like a big car on the road. And then there's the subject of options. You can spend an awful lot on options. Some, like the full air suspension, are worth it, as is the rear seat comfort package if you're carrying people in the back. But some options we'd avoid. Just like the 5 Series, you can opt for the technology package. This includes BMW's fancy mobile phone display key, wireless phone charging, Wi-Fi hotspot preparation and gesture control. It's quite reasonably priced, but the display key and the gesture control, well, I think they're unnecessary gimmicks in our book. Throw in quite challenging looks, and the 6 Series GT is a car that won't really appeal to lots of buyers. But for those people who've had a 5 Series GT and value more practical and comfortable 5 Series that also happens to be one of the most exclusive BMWs on the road, the 6 Series GT may be right up their street. If you like this review, then do take a look at our BMW 5 Series touring video and our executive cars playlist. Also, subscribe to our channel by pressing the Carbuyer logo now.